upgraded, so that's just what I go with.
You made a good choice.
Yeah.
I mean, Deadwire can be my next one. I've got like 20 crystals just sitting there waiting to be used.
Yeah, I really like the Deadwire. So good.
Okay, and we should be live. So, hello guys, welcome to another wonderful week of the ZombSquad Podcast. I'm your host, ZeMadLobster, and I am joined this week by both of my co-hosts this time. Discord works. Carl might not have his PC, but at least he's got his phone, so that's all good. So, Carl and Spike, great to have you on this episode, guys, for the biggest episode of ZombSquad we have ever had in the show's history. And I'm talking the first 6-man episode we have ever had. This is pretty crazy. There's going to be no gameplay because we are just going to be out here chatting about Cold War. Because we've got 3, not new guests, but returning guests coming on this episode to discuss about this. And they are JBradyGames from the episode with Zoe talking about Zombies for Charity. We have Pete on here, my man, my right-hand man who I can't do half of this shit without. And we have the previous co-host before the overhaul, DannWillz, coming on this as well. It's going to be a hefty discussion, but I'm super psyched. I'm so excited to really dive into everything Cold War Zombies. But first, how are you all doing today?
Very good.
I'm doing great.
I'm great.
Good.
Yeah,
Excellent.
having a good time, waiting for that double XP to come on.
Oh, mate,
It's on.
24
It's
hours.
Yeah.
Woo! 24 hours.
Yeah, it's supposed to be live, but there's no indication it's
No,
live.
no, it is. I just got 6,000 XP when the X filled.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like, what time did they say? 9, I think it was 9 a.m. Pacific time. They said it was
10
going live.
a.m.
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Pacific time. There you
PT.
go. There you go. But anyways, so hello to you all and welcome to everyone for this wonderful episode, because Cold War Zombies finally released. We finally got it after waiting a shorter amount of time than previous CODs. We finally got Cold War Zombies. And so we are here to talk about everything from our likes to our dislikes to our favorite guns to like our favorite tactics to bosses to map. This is gonna be a fucking long episode, and I'm ready. I'm gripping my armchair because I'm ready to get into this. I'm ready to get into this, and so we're gonna start it off. And now rather than everyone just kind of bundle in and go, yeah, wait, it's gonna be easier if we do this in an order. And so we'll with our 3 guests, we're gonna hear from them first, obviously, because they are the special guests on this episode, regardless of whether they're returning or not. They are here, they are a guest, and we're gonna treat them as such. And so we'll take it in turns when asking the questions. So like we'll start with James, and then go Dan, then go Pete, and then we'll start with Pete, James, and then basically something like that. So it's going to be easier just to have an order rather than everyone jump in and just everyone kind of piling on top of each other, kind of like what's that called when you kind of just like bundle on top of one another? Someone's lying down and you just go, "Wah!" What's that called?
Touch butt.
Is that what it's called?
No, I have no idea.
Something like that. Anyway, it's going to be a good one. Okay, so to start off with, the mechanics. Now, this is one particular thing that I really want to hear what these guys have to say about this, because a lot of stuff about Cold War Zombies changed from previous COD entries. Like, World of War Black Ops 3 had the simple effect of, you had the point system and the perk system. That was fine. Black Ops 4 changed it up. Not really to the liking that a lot of people wanted, but they did change it up. Black Ops Cold War changed it up again. But people seem to really take a liking to these mechanics. And so we're going to start this time with James. So James, how do you feel about the mechanics for Cold War Zombies?
I like them, honestly. I'm with it. It feels like a combination of kind of everything we've gotten, every zombie experience, from World at War to, World War II to BO4, BO3, a little bit of everything. I initially saw a lot of hate for it, and I just think it's because it does look like multiplayer. I'm not going to deny that, but I think my thing is, if you play the game, you'll understand it's nothing like multiplayer. Just visually, it kind of looks that way, but I don't think that's how it's going to play. And I overall like it. I've grinded a lot so far. I've really enjoyed it. I'm down with a lot of the mechanics. There's not a lot for me to complain about yet, but it's still early on. I'll give it that. I enjoyed it overall, though.
Okay. Pete, we'll go with you next.
Okay, so I'm going to start this by saying, I think the mechanics are more of the reason that I like this game rather than the map. Like, I think the mechanics of this game are so good that it could be on like a real bad map and I would still be enjoying doing the exfils and stuff like that. I feel like exfil is a great mechanic that they've added, because before I would get bored getting to like round 20, 30 and be like, what do I do now? Do I just down myself? But now it's like you got that extra bit of challenge to look forward to at the end of the game. But you don't know if you're going to make it through or not. Because I've actually not made it through all my exfils, believe it or not. I have died on a lot of these. But mechanics in general, like the points, maybe is like a little thing that takes a getting used to. But now I'm used to it, and I'm meleeing till round 10 in the spawn room and having 40k. I'm like, I don't need these points. And then you get a free jug now. There's the Easter egg that we found for that.
Yep.
I'm liking how this game flows, to be honest. Like, I feel it's great. Like, I'm not a high round guy, and I want to go for high rounds.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Like, you've always been an Easter egg guy. You've never been really like a survival high round type of guy, but this game has changed your perspective of that, hasn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I just love being able to have one weapon that I just want to take from the start and make it into a god weapon. You don't need much more than that. And then you got your ammo boxes, so you can just carry on having that one weapon. Like, I love it.
That sounds awesome. Okay, Dan, what about you?
Do you know what? The past zombie iterations, I've enjoyed them. I've played them to death. However, in terms of mechanics, flow, gameplay, everything that I want. I'm bearing in mind, like, I've played Warzone for 9 months straight now. Everything that I wanted is in this. I can pick up this so easily. It's got all the same mechanics that Warzone. Obviously it's been integrated into Cold War now, so all those mechanics I've carried over. So for me, just jumping into a game very quickly, I love it. Point system, takes some getting used to, but again, I don't notice it because I can go from round 10 to round 15, and I've got enough points to do everything I need to do for that round. As we were talking before, like I'm trying to optimize this the best I can for a speed run, and I feel like the mechanics are here for me to enjoy doing that over and over and over and over and over again. Whereas previous iterations, I'll do the Easter egg, that'll be it. The ammo system, I love that you can just pick up ammo anywhere on the map. You have to buy anything that you want, so you can buy the chopper gunners, the compound bow, monkey bombs. You haven't got to spend ages grinding for them or doing a special Easter egg.
That's true.
The mechanics are one of my favorite features, that you can just jump into the game, and unlike other zombie games, I found that you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. If you jump into DE, you know what you're going to do. You're going to go and get the lightning bow. You're going to go and do the Easter egg. Done. This, you can jump in. Today I'm going to level up my shotguns. Today I'm going to level up my pistols. Today I'm going to go knife only to round 20 in the next fill. It's incredible. I love it.
Yeah, I actually didn't think of that. Because you're right. Like with previous maps, kind of what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, and what the outcome's going to be. But this time, there's like endless possibilities. I like that. That's really cool. Carl, what do you think about the mechanics?
I love it. I mean, it's like everyone said, there's just so many ways to play. And then just coupled with the fact of like the realistic look with graphics with the guns, like MW. I like that. I like that it's sort of like that Warzone where you can loot. So you can finally now loot in zombies. So they actually give you something for killing zombies, not only XP. And just the fact that you could pick up guns off the ground. There's just like so many like really good ways that they've incorporated to make it a little more fun and a little more like you're earning something.
Right. Yeah, I get you. Spike, I know you haven't got Cold War yet, but have you seen gameplay of it?
Yeah, I've seen quite a bit.
Okay, what's your take on the mechanics then?
I was I was really confused about like the whole like looting thing, like picking up salvage from like zombies that they drop is basically just Warzone mechanics. I've never played Warzone, but like when I get the game and do play zombies, it's gonna be like the closest thing I will play to Warzone.
Okay. That's interesting that you say that. Because honestly, Warzone is.
And also,
Go on.
I asked Sam yesterday what the camo challenges were like, which is something I wanted to know so badly about, and I'm glad to hear that it's not like a tedious crawl to get the mastery camo.
Mm-hmm.
It seems really, really simple.
I need to study a lot on the camos because I'm not sure kind of what needs to be entailed to actually get those. So that's going to be interesting to look up. But in terms of the mechanics, they were a lot for me to get used to. In terms of like, because regular zombies, you're not used to all this. Like basically, this is a lot of MP and Warzone / Blackout put into zombies, and it was a lot to take in and try and get used to in terms of like the salvage, and you go to the table when you can craft lethal, tactical, and support stuff, and then you have the guy I call Andrew. You have Andrew there to like make your armor and like level up your weapon tiers as well. So it was a lot. It was really a lot to take in. And at first I was like, okay, you know, this is gonna take a bit getting used to, but now, Jesus Christ, because I'm so used to it, I freaking love it. It's so much to do. It's so easy now to quickly pop to the table and make a sentry gun or something like that, and then quickly pop into Pack-a-Punch for your tier 1 or your tier 2. The mechanics are a great change. They don't suck, and they are different, but they're a good different because they give you more to work towards. Like, you're not just simply just sitting there killing zombies just for points or just to simply get to the high rounds. You're killing zombies for the Ethereum crystal. You're killing zombies for the salvage to make more equipment and support stuff. You're killing zombies to work up your points because, well, let's face it, you're not getting much points nowadays. However, okay, lost my train of thought now. So yeah, like you're using less points, getting less points, but there's a lot more to work towards, and so it's
yeah.
Sorry, give me 2 seconds, guys. He's gonna have to keep spamming. Sorry, give me 2 seconds.
That's my bad, man. I saw him in my chat earlier and I didn't want him to start wreaking havoc on yours mid podcast.
Okay, well there we go. So go back to your
trying to get out ahead of that.
Anyways. So yeah, so I really like the mechanics. Now let's move on to kind of the map in general, because obviously this is a reskin of Nacht der Untoten. But it's a very different kind of reskin compared to like Tag the Toten or Alpha Omega or Blood of the Dead. It's really, really expanded. So what do you guys think about the map in general, the map layout, and just kind of how it looks? Let's start this time with Pete.
As I said, for me, the map isn't like the be all and end all. Like for me, I feel like the map's okay. Like it's nothing amazing, the map for me. Like honestly, like being serious, for me it's just an okay map. Like it's all right, but I'd say it's more the mechanics for me that I just love the mechanics inside of the map.
Mm-hmm.
Like but yeah, the map flows good, I guess. You get that other door that opens up after you unlock power and do the Pack-a-Punch behind by spawn, which is like very needed. That's a really good door. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking forward to more side Easter eggs being found, to be honest. That will be my more judge of how good the map is, because we've had a couple really good side Easter eggs, which are making me think the map is even better than I first thought. But there's still more stuff being found, so once everything, all the little side Easter eggs are found, and we know we can do all these little upgrades and get all this free stuff, then yeah, it will go up even higher. But at the moment, yeah, I'm still like, I think it's a good map. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I'm looking forward to what they can bring out in the future as well. Like with this as a start.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, the freaking the zombie disco party and them doing the coffin dance. I'm just like, that is an Easter egg and a half. That is.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
amazing.
not just a little side Easter egg. It actually rewards you. It gives you salvage, gives you a free gun, it gives you free juggernaut. It's just like, that is an Easter egg worth doing with the amount of stuff that you actually get. It's amazing.
Oh, every game.
That's what some, at least like a majority of side Easter eggs should do. Just give you a reward for putting into the work to do like this quirky little thing.
Yeah, definitely. I wish that past maps did have that, but it's like, this is a good step in the right direction for Treyarch to give us more to do. And because I remember there was a YouTuber that was, one of the issues he had with BO4 was rewards, and this is definitely a step in the right direction in terms of rewarding the player for the stuff that they do. It's amazing, and I really hope they kind of continue that down the path with the other DLC maps that we got coming. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Dan, what about you? What did you think about the map?
Do you know, I love the map. I have no faults of it at all. Like, if it flow for me, it flows really well. It's easy to learn. You know, you don't get stuck at any point. You know, there's one route there, there's one route there. You got the fast travels from Nacht and both sides of the map straight to Pack-a-Punch in the Dark Ether. And then obviously you've got the Dark Ether side of the map as well. And you know, as Pete was saying, you know, there are loads of side Easter eggs being found. Most of them are related to the Dark Ether, so I'm really excited to see what more gets explored in there.
Yeah.
And a few things I want to try, like, you know, has anyone actually done a chopper gunner in the Dark Ether yet? Who knows? But no, to be fair, the map itself is absolutely fantastic. You know, yes, it's a remake of Nacht. Yes, this is probably the I don't know what iteration of Nacht and Totem we've had.
8th or 9th, I think.
Yeah, but you know, I'm enjoying it. I really, you know, like I said before, like previous zombie maps, I jump in, they're not really that fun or entertaining. This one I can jump in and I just exploring, just running around with a shotgun. Like, I could do that all day.
Yeah, okay. I just did a count. This is the 8th iteration of Nagdaran Totem that we have. So you have the World of War campaign, you have Airfield from World of War multiplayer, you have World of War Nagdaran Totem, BO1 Nacht, Revelations Nacht, Chronicles Nacht, Nacht in Transit, and now Nacht in Die Machina. That's 8 Nagdaran Totems. In
COD Mobile.
COD Mobile.
9 Nagdaran Totems.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot. You know what? I'm surprised they didn't add Nagdaran Totem into Blackout. Like, just throw that in there. They had it Newtown. They might as well just add it Nacht and just be like, hey, here's number 10.
It wasn't gonna be remastered into Tag the Totem or the other one, Alpha Omega. That's why it wasn't added.
Oh yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah.
Did you see that in chat? 120k it takes to be fully set up.
Jesus Christ, that's a hell of a lot of money. Right, okay. James, what do you think about the map? Just kind of layout in general.
I really like it. I think both the guys before me, you guys brought up really good points about like running around the map. It's pretty easy to get around. There's a lot of good little shortcuts, and the doors that open between power and you can buy. It doesn't seem like you have to run from point A to point B that often, or it takes way too long. I think with Stamina Up too, they did a good job. Like, you can sprint pretty quickly across the map depending on how you have it leveled up.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree that like having knocked for the whatever time, it's like, all right, cool. Here's the 8th time we've seen it. Nothing's, I mean, you did say it's a little bit expanded. It looks really cool. And that's something we talked about before too, is how they've done a really good job with the graffiti and everything. I think it looks really, really nice. I don't find myself personally playing a lot in the knocked area of the map, but it's something that you run through and kind of appreciate, which is good. They didn't put too much emphasis on it. I really like. And looking back at the map as a whole, I think it's really basic, which is a good thing. The way I look at this first map is this is what gets people to play this zombies mode. You get the people that have never given a chance to zombies. This is their in. This map is their in. If every map's this simple, if every Easter egg solved in 2 hours, if everything is like that easy, I think we're looking at an interesting year to say the least. But I think if you slowly kind of ramp it up as the DLCs go on, use this kind of as your springboard, like, okay, you're going to turn away some old fans, whatever, but you're going to get a lot of new fans, people who are familiar with multiplayer, familiar with Warzone. They get the mechanics. It's easy to follow. Take that and then give them a little bit more challenge and then more challenge. So that way you're bringing new guys in. You're not tiring out the old guys who are just too good at zombies and this map's too easy. I think that if this is hopefully the easiest map we get this entire cycle, I think we're in for a pretty good year.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good way to look at it. And yeah, you were right in saying, like before, where we were talking about, how Nacht looks and the way it looks with all the graffiti and everything. I think I'm gonna put my hand down to say that this is the best looking version of Nacht der Untoten we've ever had. Just because, like, Nacht is supposed to be kind of an overrun, abandoned place, right? This Nacht der Untoten gives off that vibe. Like, honestly, this is the kind of Nacht der Untoten you could expect, like, out there in the world. And you go and visit it after it's been abandoned for, I don't know, 20 odd years or something like that. And literally people are going in there, they're spraying their graffiti, having little bonfire parties, fairy lights and all that. I could easily picture this being in real life. And that's why I think it's so cool. Whereas the other Nachts, they're just Nacht der Untotens, but this looks amazing. Like, I'm really pleased with how they did this. Carl, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think the map with the graphics looks amazing. Yeah, it's not really like all that special, but I think it gives you enough training areas, at least 2 really good training areas, like with the spawn room and the bottom area, like lake area, I guess, with all the rocks. I mean, you could even manage to maybe train down in the bottom of the pack-a-punch area too. So I mean, it's not like, yeah, it's not like impressive, but then again, like James said, I don't think they're trying to really give a really more impressive map yet. I think they're trying to like ease you into that.
Mm-hmm.
I think the part that really makes me really love the map is the dark ether. I mean, it's like it doesn't really make much of a difference other than getting pack-a-punch and I guess doing the Easter egg, but just from an aesthetic, it's just like that's the little things like that just make me love like Treyarch and what they can throw in there. I know IW did like with Raven the Redwoods, and that looked really great. But since I didn't play that much, I played Treyarch more. I just thought that was a really nice touch, and how they integrated it, and how it works not only with the story, but if you don't care about the story, it looks awesome.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
It's really cool.
Also, just quickly, like to top up what you were saying about like it being like it's a simple layout for a beginning map, that does work well, and I admire the layout because it isn't overly complicated. Once you learn it a couple of times, you can find your way around there like really easily. And now you're at a point where, okay, no, it's simple. I know where this is, I know where that is, and honestly, with previous maps, you would spend like forever trying to find, which perk is in which location. This map was actually really friendly for that because you literally, you open 2 doors and bam, Juggernaut's there, and then you open 1 more door, bam, there's Speed Cola. It's like, and then, you get to the power, boom, there's another perk, and then another power door opens, you go back the rope, boom, there's another perk. It's really easy to navigate around. So Spike, what about you? What do you think of it?
This is what like remasters should be. It's like bringing back like like the map that you're remaking, of course, but like making it where it's like it's just a part of what you're expanding upon it. Unlike what they did with BO4, they just took what we had already and just expanded it a bit. But with D Machine, it's like if you just remove the knock, it wouldn't be much different. It's still D Machine. The knock is just part of it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, yeah, Nacht is basically like the central hub, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's the central.
But
hub
it's not
of
like the
everything.
whole point. It's not like the whole point of the map.
Yes, yeah, no. The whole point of the
Yeah.
map is the underground area. You know, where all the
Right.
big machinery is and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I quite like that because while they've taken an old map and given it a fresh look and expanded on it, they have not made it the center of attention. They've made the
Right.
underground area the center of attention, which, you know, so as you said, Spike, this is how I think a remaster should have been handled, or a remake even.
Right. And they handle this really, really good. And how you guys said, like they've really well thought out like everything in this map, like perk placements, doors, and all that stuff.
Yes. Yes, now they definitely have. They've done a really good job with the whole layout of it. And I'm very satisfied with it. Like just playing it. And also, can we just take a moment to talk about training areas? How many training areas this map has? You can be in a 4-player game.
Mhm.
All of
And-
them.
Like
Yeah, I mean-
everyone has an area to train. You have spawn to train, you have the airfield area to train, you have the area by quick revive to train. It's so good. It's really so good, and I'm so happy that they did that, because you'll always struggle to find areas like Spike when we did our Ascension starting from challenge. Like the main area to train is by the lunar lander, but if you hadn't had found that other little area and that little pathing you could take to run a decent train, hey, you'd be stuffed. Like you'd end up.
It's incredibly dangerous. It's incredibly dangerous, but it really works out.
Yes.
It is the only reason why we even got to round 60 on that.
Oh man, that was good times. God, I missed that.
What,
Okay.
One thing, like, we talk about how like simple the map kind of is, like the layout's really simple and you
Yeah.
can find stuff really easy. When I was playing with Sam before the Easter eggs were like all launched, you know, like before we could find any steps or anything. Sorry. And when that was happening, we were talking, and I was like, I don't think this Easter egg is going to take very long to solve. And you're like, why? And I was like, just because the map seems really simple. Like, I don't see where there's going to be all this like hidden stuff. Like, I feel like it's going to be solved like quite quickly, and then before you know it, it was solved like straight away.
Yeah.
Is this the
quickly.
fastest Easter egg that's been solved?
Yeah, it is. It is. Apparently, you beat Zet.
Mm.
Well,
I
Zed
think-
was like a little over 24 hours, wasn't it?
No, Zet was.
I
Well,
think it was,
like 12. It was like
it was
12,
about a
wasn't it?
day.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was at least like a day.
I think the only technicality is the final rake was technically solved before launch,
Yes.
but that's also because it
Oh,
doesn't tell you
yeah.
how
Yes,
to
we
do
all
every
remember
single
that.
step.
Yeah.
It's just the people with early copies just literally did it, and then guides were out before the map came out.
Yeah.
And then you had the people getting pissy about that. It's just like, well, you got to understand that they have a reason to get pissy about that. The egg is solved before everyone gets to play the map. You know, where's the thrill of like that race to get first in the world, or that thrill of having just an Easter egg hunt? It's like, where's all that gone when the egg is completed before the worldwide launch? It's nuts. I'm so
Yeah.
glad this game didn't have that. And would you guys agree that
I'm really-
this- would you guys agree that this game has had a smoother launch compared to BO4?
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, because even though there have been a
Yeah.
few crashes here and there, it's been nowhere near as bad as BO4. Like, BO4, you do something as simple as pull out a shield, and then it would crash the game. But I've found that a lot of these errors are happening whilst you're in the main menu.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
so you could, like, literally, I just did a game today. I got to round 31 with my friend. And can I just say, right, this is her first time playing the map ever, and we got to round 31. Like, and that's officially
Ooh.
my highest that I've ever gotten on this map yet. And so that was pretty pog. But we got to, like, round 31, and we didn't get a single error. We didn't get a single crash. It was a smooth sail. And then it's like when you're trying to look up the field upgrades in the main menu, boom, there's like a UI error. But it's so odd though. It's so odd how a lot of these errors are kind of convoluting in the main menu rather than rather than actually in game. I mean, granted, I prefer it.
I would much
but I just find it
rather,
hard.
yeah, I was gonna say, I'd much rather crashing in the menu than experienced, obviously, the crasher that me and Pete have experienced helping whoever it was we were helping do the Easter egg
Yeah.
and crashing at the very end.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. James, have you experienced any crashes at all?
I've only had the UI crashes, and like the crash, it's a pretty general term because you still get to where you're trying to go. Like the game, at least for me, the game hasn't shut down or anything. The game hasn't like booted me out. It's literally just frozen for a second, said UI error, and then still gotten me to where I needed to go in terms of the UI.
Yeah, that's
So
how
I really-
UI errors go.
Yeah, so it's really not that bad, and I will take a 5-second freeze any day over getting kicked out of a map on an Easter egg attempt, a high round, whatever it is. I've had no problems whatsoever, and I'm really thankful for that.
So the freezes that you get where then it comes up 5 seconds later with UI. My game has crashed on those before. Like it doesn't come up with the UI thing. It just fully shuts down when it's frozen.
Okay.
And the only other glitches I've experienced, well, not glitches, but game endings I've had from disconnect or like someone's game shutting down is in the boss fight on the second part of the Olav bit. When he's doing his second one, apparently that seems to be a game crasher for us because we did it 3 times in a row and crashed there 3 times.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And Easton, we all know Easton. He seems to have an issue of crashing at a different part of the Easter egg to everyone else. But when you split you split the boy into the 2 boys, and you get him into every time we get to that, he just crashes, and we've got to like wait an extra 5 rounds so he can get set back up before we go to boss fight, and then get disconnected from boss fight.
That's it. That's a yikes. That's a really big yikes.
Still playing though, it's still fun.
No,
I
it's
still want to
true.
get it done.
That's true. No, I mean, I'm very happy that people have been playing this and they haven't had a crash. I know some people have had like end game crashes and stuff like that, but it's not been as bad as BO4, and so I'm quite thankful for that.
Oh, most definitely. BO4 Blood of the Dead was uncompletable when it first came out. Like I tried so hard for about 3 days, and every single time I'd be getting crashes.
I mean, Dan, how many times did we try Blood when we crashed every time?
Oh, I lost count. It got to the point where I chose not to play that map until they were fixed.
So did I. I'm not gonna lie. I deleted Black Ops 4. Like.
Me too.
Dang.
So
Me too. I deleted it. I can quite happily say it with a smile on my face. I deleted that godforsaken. This game
Oh yeah, me as
shouldn't
well.
exist, in my opinion.
I still kept playing Blood.
After that crash on 9 when I was trying to do the egg, I was just like, yeah, hell no! Like, and then I physically uninstalled the game on stream, and then Pete was losing his shit in chat. He was just like, "Oh shit, he's actually uninstalled it!" Like,
but we can't run away from it in Dead Ops Arcade 3. It exists in there. They have supposedly Blight Fathers and the Axe guys.
Oh no.
yes, because I want to be fighting Blightfather in an arcade game. That's asking for trouble at its finest.
So it's never too far from us.
Okay, right. Let's get into so what's been everyone's favorite gun to use in this map? So let's start with Dan this time.
I think I can answer for everybody on this one. It's definitely the Gallo S12. It's the gun I use no matter what I'm doing. High rounds, Easter egg, just coming on for fun. I'm always buying it off the plane, and yeah, I can't say anything else. It is my favorite gun. Ray gun for a time until they nerfed it. The DIE electro zapper ray thing. I mean, them are top 3 guns. I can't use anything else.
Okay. All right. James,
Well, I
what
want to
about you?
disagree.
Oh, I was also gonna say the Gallo. But to add to that too, the knife is like a super fun weapon. I know we talked about it earlier, but like a super fun weapon to start with. And the fact that I can be running around on round 30 with a knife and just one-hitting zombies and a couple knives and a boss is down, it's absolutely crazy.
I need to try this knife out. Sounds pretty damn awesome.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, it is.
I need to give this thing a go at some point. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you, Pete, but I think I know what the answer is. But I'm going to ask you anyway.
Okay, so everyone who's answered before me has been wrong. The best weapon is the 1911.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
1911 Akimbo is the best gun in the game. Changed my mind. I've used both. I've tried going for high rounds with both, and I still believe that the 1911 with Deadwire is the way forward.
I'm just back in 2 minutes, by the way.
I mean, you can have both if you want, I guess, but 1911 for me is my starting weapon because you can. The thing with the Gallows, you can buy it off the wall at any point, whereas the 1911 you can only buy the single one, not the Akimbo. So for me, I'd rather have the Akimbo, and then, yeah, that's me, the Akimbo at 1911.
I actually got those. The game I just played, the Akimbo 1911s, and they.
Oh, you've just unlocked it. You got it to 35.
No. I got them out of the box. Literally just in the box.
Right,
I got them.
Yeah.
So, but I'm like the only one. Am I the only one in this Discord call that's saying that the pump action shotgun is my favorite? The
Power.
Hauer 77. Honestly, I've been using that gun left, right, and center, and
I've not used it. I think that's why I can't comment.
oh, dude, honestly, you get that gun, tier 3 packer punched with tier 2 Deadwire. My God, it melts the bosses. One magazine, and the guys are already splitting. And they I'm using that thing, and I'm like, holy shit, this thing's nuts. This thing is absolutely insane. Oh, it's so cool, and I absolutely love it. That's by far my favorite gun because I've been using it it's like with you guys, you know, the guns you've been using all this time is your favorite gun. That to me is the Hauer 77. I've been using that gun as a spawn in. I've been using it for the whole that round 31 game. I was using that literally the shotgun, and I just get a tier 4 gun from the box and pack a punch that. I was just like, yep, okay, I'm sorted. Let's get these rounds going. Next thing you know, round 31, and we're getting there. It's so cool. Absolutely love it. But I have to quickly talk about this Duke that I pulled in that game. So my friend went down just outside of the power room where Elemental Pop is. And I was up above in spawn. She went down, and my Ether Shroud hadn't recharged. And so I'm in an knowing about whether I can get her or not. I'm just like, oh, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. And so I literally ran past Andrew, ran past him, and I see zombies coming from the left and from the right. I'm like, oh shit. So I climb literally on top of the round circular thing, and I'm running across that. Next thing I know, zombies by the power are jumping up on top of that. I'm running towards them. I'm getting slapped behind and from the right hand side. I drop down, do a loop back up past Pack-a-Punch, ran up the stairs, mantled over the fence, got her up, and we bolted. And I was on 50 health. I was on 50 health for that entire duration. I get her up and we bolt. I'm just like, oh my God, what just happened? I am a god. It was so nuts. That's by far the best. That's the best clutch I've ever pulled. She was so adamant that I couldn't get her. And I was at a point where I'm thinking, oh God, this is the end. This is the end. And then then I'm just getting swarmed with zombies. And I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not giving up. I am not giving up at all. And the maneuvers that I pulled and just the strategies that I did to get that final mantle to get her up. And I was like, holy crap. And then I downed by a dog. So yeah, it went well. But it was crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I gotta pull that. It was so good. Alright, okay, now I need to know what your guys' opinions are on the bosses, okay? And so, you know what, Kyle, let's start with you this time.
Okay, so the Megaton,
Yeah.
kind of give your okay. I thought when I saw it on day one before playing that it would be like a real problem. Like I thought it'd be really annoying. I guess it still is, but I don't know. Like I think after you get used to properly upgrading your weapons and knowing like what weapons, like you said, Jack, when you upgrade it to this certain level, you can just shred him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's all that bad. You know what I mean? As long as you know what you're doing. But like the first couple times, like it is kind of like really crazy because I mean, I guess depending on when he comes, if he comes at round 7 or whenever, you know, or 11, you know, it can be kind of rough. But I don't know. I think it kind of like got a little better as I played a little more.
Okay. James, what about you? What's your opinion on the bosses?
I think they're pretty good. They're a little annoying still to me. I've had a lot of experiences where I'll you know, make a close run by one of them and just go down randomly. So I'm still trying to figure out, you know, what the, you know, how much health they do, that type of stuff. So I've had some interesting experiences with that. But overall, like you guys said, if you can find the guns that absolutely just shred that boss, you're good to go. I like how they add it the first time it comes in, I believe. I don't know what it is if you don't do the pack punch thing, but if you do pack punch, it's the round after you set up pack punch. It will be the first time the boss spawns, I'm pretty sure. Unless you have a dog round, that's the round after that.
It's round 12.
Okay, it's round 12. So for me, I would
Okay.
say in an average game, I usually set up pack like round 5 or 6, somewhere in there. So it throws you a pretty decent boss early on, which is really, really nice. Something that is a throwback for me to like BO2 Origins, round 8. You knew that Panzer was coming. It was going to take everything you had to take it out. And for me, it's usually that. It's maybe you have enough to buy that one weapon or take your chance at the box. If you're spawning in with a knife, you're kind of screwed over because if you haven't bought a weapon, then that's that. But it's something that it makes you think about it. But there's also a lot of area to run around. You can kind of avoid the boss for a while, save up your points, get a gun, whatever. But it takes some damage to take out. But at the same time, when you progress, when you level up your guns, like it's not a problem. You can absolutely shred it. And then also the wonder weapon, the DIE, the die, whatever it is,
Yeah.
it just absolutely melts that thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Dan, what about you? What's your opinion on the bosses?
I like the boss. My only opinion is there's not enough. I want more variety. Like I know that the only boss I'm gonna have to deal with is either a little dog, which I can take out in one shot with my shotgun, or the Megatron Prime, and and the two big boys. You know, they're the only two bosses that you really have to, you know, 3 bosses you really have to deal with, and you know, as already said, they're fairly simple when you know what to do. The DIE shreds them. So as long as you've got that by round whatever they spawn in, you're good to go, and you get 3 from killing one anyway.
Yeah.
And shotguns, you basically anything that's blue or purple, Pack-a-Punch will just shred it, no matter what gun it is. Shotgun, pistols, knife. It's ridiculous. I would like to see something more difficult, and just more variety.
Okay.
Even just an extra boss would be great, in my opinion.
See, I'm going to completely disagree there, okay? Because of the pouncing attacks that the Nova Hounds have. Just, look, I've already dealt with enough shit with the Tigers on 9. I do not need this in Machina, okay? And let's talk about the Chungus, okay? The big boy Chungus, okay? You kill him, but no, he doesn't die, okay? He's just like a, and then before you know it, he splits into 2. My guy went from 1 to 2. So I'm not dealing with one big Chungus. I'm dealing with 2 skinny Chunguses. Just like, you know, picking up the earth and shoving it in your face. And also, can we just talk about the range on the big Chungus? Okay, his range is stupidly ridiculous because you could literally be this side of the map, right? He could be that side of the map, and he will shoot, and no matter where you are, it will still hit you. It will still hit you. And by that point, I'm just like, all right, mate, you need to go. You need to die. You need to not ever exist ever again. And so I'm going to completely disagree that there should be more bosses. The ones we deal with are a pain in the ass, okay? And then, as you said, we got Megatron Prime in the Dark Ether. You know, he's just chilling out there, but now he has more health and what's his actual name? It's like Overlord or something like that. Megaton Overlord or something.
No, it's
Movac.
Yeah.
Movac. Okay, so you have Movac chilling in the Dark Ether, so it's like you can never escape from them ever.
Yeah, I will admit, Movac is 3 times. I worked it out. He's 3 times as strong as Megatron.
God damn.
And I guess the good thing is, yes, he's there for a lot longer, but you can take him out fairly quickly.
Or just leave him alone and just never take him out.
And you
go back
want
at
That
it.
too, you can just avoid him for long enough, and then boom, you're out of there.
Yeah.
As annoying as the bosses are, I have to admit that I think if there was more of them, the game would be too much like BO4. Especially the Chaos story, where you have multiple bosses out there. And so, while you have the one boss that might be a pain in the, pain in the ass to kill, and then he has that mechanic of splitting into 2 once he dies, plus the Nova Hounds, you know what? I'm kind of going to take that. As annoying as they are, I don't want to deal with more bosses. Let's just say that.
I would like more on the same round. I would like, at one point, I would like Movac to spawn. Rather than just have to deal with one big bad boy, I would like Movac to spawn in. Maybe around 20 or something. Just to knock up the difficulty a tiny bit, because I do feel once you do have the weapon, the free wonder weapon, and it is a free wonder weapon by around, I'm around 15 and I've already got it. It is fairly easy to take out.
Yeah, okay. I can see that. No, I can understand that. Pete, what's your opinion on the Chunguses?
Okay.
Oh Lord.
So firstly, I feel like they're okay. They're manageable in solo. Like if you're playing solo, you've got all the zombies coming after you. You're not going to get cross-trained by anyone. It's fine. You can deal with it yourself. Everything's fine. As soon as you go into like 4-player high rounds, that's when I feel like they become a problem. Because you may have one person with the upgrade machine or the upgraded die, but if they're not good, if they're not paying attention and they're not killing all 4 of these boss zombies that spawn in, they are a real problem. And I feel like they're the reason that people have a problem with the point system as well. Because when these things spawn in, you need to know that you need that pap or you need that upgrade just before. Like you're trying to use your points for that rather than most people would be buying perks normally. But I feel like I'm saving up all my points for Pack-a-Punch most of the time.
Right.
Just to stay like a level ahead of the bosses.
Okay.
So that's basically all I have to say about them. I feel like on solo they're fine, they're more manageable because you've got all the points to yourself. But as soon as you go into co-op, I feel like I'm sort of scrounging to get like my next upgrade to try help everyone out get rid of these things.
Okay.
Because they can be a pest, and they, like as you say, the melee range on them is stupid.
Mate, the
he'll
melee
just-
range. My guy he bitch slaps you halfway across the map. Like
if you don't have armor as well, you're dead. Like
oh yeah,
he one hits you without armor.
Honestly, I'm
I
officially
think he
calling this
even
guy
one
the
hits you
Hulk
with
now.
jug.
Like I'm calling this guy the Hulk. All it takes is for one Hulk slam, and then before you know it, you're dead.
Yeah, armor's a godsend, and if you
Where
don't
did he
have
come
any
from?
when he hits you, it's a real issue. Because his lunge range is like, it's like Modern Warfare 2 Commando range.
Yeah.
It's long. Like he'll come out of nowhere and slap you, and you're dead.
And let's not forget as well, he sprints towards you. Like, you're shooting him, and all of a sudden he's going, oh, okay, I'm going for you. Oh, and then just goes whack, and then before you know, you're just like, ah! Like you are flinged halfway across the map from one slap from this dude. It's like, whoa,
He is a bit
then
OP.
what just happened
Yeah,
there?
he sent you very, very far.
He hits you
And
very far.
and the fact that they nerfed the ray gun on it, like I know I can understand why, because it was doing a hell of a lot of damage, but right now I just feel like the ray gun's still great, don't get me wrong, it's still probably one of the best weapons to take it out. But it used to melt it so well, and it was beautiful, and now you still got to actually be careful when you're using the ray gun, you got to actually dodge stuff still, because it doesn't die in 2 hits now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so, I mean, the ray gun got nerfed so hard. Like, what was it? It was like 24,000
A third of its damage. Yeah, no, it's 8.
24k max.
24k max damage, and now it's not 8k max damage? Like, bruh.
That's
happened
what I've
there?
heard.
Dang.
Oh,
And they took a little bit of ammo, but the ammo is like whatever really. It's more the melting of the boss zombies.
It did need to be done though.
Yeah, I can imagine in later like say next map there's a boss fight, and then you have like 2 people that have ray guns, and it's gonna be like killing the boss instantly pretty much. So I can see why it's been done.
okay.
Because if there is a boss fight in
You
the
have
next
no
map,
reason to upgrade your guns if you have the ray gun.
I mean, yes and no. Like, I would imagine before when it was like ridiculously overpowered. Yeah, that's true. But afterwards, it's like I don't know. I find it more effective when using like a shotgun or something that's like max damage to take them out, because it's, as I said, that shotgun is like one clip, and then before you know it, he's already splitting, and it's like they're easy to manage in that sense. However, I feel like SMGs and assault rifles, unless they are like tier 5 damage, you're gonna have like it's gonna be a struggle to take care of them. Spike, what do you think about the bosses?
I had the same worry that you did, that they were going to be, to put it simply, too chunky. But from what I've seen in videos, they seem pretty balanced. Like, it's to the point where it's like, you shoot them enough to the point where you don't feel like you're wasting too much ammo. Like, it's at that perfect sweet spot, it feels like.
Yeah, okay.
and they drop ammo when you kill the halves. That's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. I didn't
Yeah,
know
that's
about
a
that, but that's
lifesend.
super, super good.
Especially if you're using a shotgun, it pretty much fills it back up. Because, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
really good.
It's crazy. Like, I think the like I don't know what it is. It's like the Nova Hounds. I think once you have decent weapons, the Nova Hounds is just like one hit, boom, they're dead. But the big guys are. But I feel like it's the complaints that I have about them. I look at the mechanics of the game and how much you actually have. Like, for one, like take C4 for instance. Okay, C4, absolute banger of a lethal. Okay, absolute banger of a lethal. But then you have the support stuff as well. You have like chopper gunners and sentry guns. It's like, well, why not just? I mean, why not make these guys a little bit more overpowered? Like, let's look at the attacks that this guy has. Okay, he has the spit attack, he has the crumbling of the earth and throwing it at you attack. He has the melee attack. So he has short and long range attacks, and the Hellhounds have short and long range attacks. But it's like they're easy to deal with in the sense that you have enough to see you through, and then once they're dealt with, you get rewarded with the stuff that you need to kind of get your way back into getting back on that train path. And so I think that's like managed kind of really well.
You know, as you said, like the hitting you with the earth attack, or the gas, whatever it is they hit you with.
Yes.
He hits you with 3 balls, and if all 3 of them hit, they do too much damage. I feel like if you're out in the open and you don't get like behind anything before he does that attack, you literally get put 1 hit pretty much just off of that. Well, unless you got armor, obviously. But
Excuse me. Yeah, that's true.
armor is so good.
Armor is clutch, and I think armor is more important than perks.
Honestly,
It's the new shield.
nah, it's better than a shield.
It's the new jug, it's the new shield, it's the new everything.
Yeah, like honestly,
I honestly,
I think it's more important than packer punching.
what does everyone think about like shield versus armor?
Oh, honestly, I'm armor all the way.
Armor seems really
Yeah.
simpler.
Yeah,
much more
it's
simpler.
better.
It's simpler, and also you don't have to go to a workbench to repair it.
No, you
Like-
just pick up plates
Well,
off the floor.
Sort of
Exactly.
do,
And
yeah.
then you have the mechanic of
Right.
BO4 Carpenter. Boom, that's it. You know, the whole thing's repaired. It's just like, oh,
Buggers!
thank God for coming back in some form. Because that was one of the greatest mechanics of BO4. Carpenter repairing your shield. Carpenter repairing your armor, especially when it's at level armor. Why did I sound like a pirate then? Armor. Like
Armor.
honestly, it's so good, especially when you have tier 3 armor. Like tier 3 armor. Oh mate, that's just that's a lot. And then tier 3 juggernaut on top of that, mate, you're set. You're set for those high rounds. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
The fact that you don't have to actually use your points to repair it, even if you do need a repair. Because if you get to the high rounds, I find that I've been repairing quite a bit just to be safe. So when you run down to the actual repair machine, if you have level 3 armor already and you're on controller, all you do is press X to get the interact menu up, press A, and you're out of there straight away. It's repaired straight away, it's done. The other good thing is when it takes up the salvage that's the common salvage, and after your upgrades to your first 2 armor upgrades and your first 2 gun upgrades, you don't really use common salvage that much apart from for like tactical grenades. So you're saving up all this common salvage, and the only way to spend it is by giving yourself more shield, which is literally perfect. You've always got common salvage and high rounds, so you can always repair your armor. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. James, what's your opinion on armor?
I definitely think it's better than the shield. I think it's just implemented better. And I'm so glad they didn't make it like World War II, where it just got more and more and more and more expensive. Like
Yes.
keeping at that common salvage, like you guys said, you need to buy it a lot, but they made it so like it's really not a bad trade-off. You can get it frequently if you need to in high rounds. Like I'm all for it. I think it's really good. And definitely I'd say up there, like getting armor before a jug might even be the way to go.
I don't get jug.
You don't get it? What's that?
Sometimes it's just I don't need to. Like the last boss fight that last Easter egg that me and Pete did, the duo one together, I never got jug.
The
just-
thing is, even if you're playing a solo game, you get that free jug now. So
Oh yeah.
But even then, like I just feel like it gives you an extra 50 health, and the only thing that affects your health are dogs and the dogs and the Movac and and whatever his name is.
yeah, good
Megatron.
boy.
When they throw the smoke, it's only the poison or the Nova that actually hurt you. So as
Well, I
long
was
as you
gonna
got
say, too,
armor,
if you full upgrade jug though, you get the extra 50 on top of that, so you get a whole 100 health, which I would say is worth it. But like you said, it's not necessary.
no, it's not necessary
Mm.
to play. Like if you're going for a high round, then yes, definitely. I'm yet to do a high round run.
I would like to get to 50 on this map. I'm gonna be truthful. I would like to get to 50. I think a
Yeah, I need to
50
try
run would
that.
be really good. And then also, can I just say, like, I really like how when you get past I think it's 20, like actually P and Dan, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong here, but is it after 20 you get 2 Ethereum crystals every 5 rounds?
No,
it's
you're always
30.
it's 30,
No,
yeah.
yeah,
30.
it's
Okay,
30.
my apologies. So like, I think that's good though, because so say you get to 50, okay? So that's like so you get 1 crystal after round 10, okay? So it's 10, 15, 20,
15,
25,
20.
30, right? That's 5 Ethereum crystals, and then you have 35, 40, 45, 50. That's 10, 15 Ethereum crystals.
And
No,
then,
16. If you exfil, you get an extra 1.
Okay,
well,
16.
you probably get more than 1 for
Oh.
an exfil at that round. I'm not sure.
I've
how
not tried
exfil-
exfilling
Yeah,
that
yeah.
round,
I
but yeah,
think
probably 1 or 2.
I think you get. I'm not sure. I'm not going to go into that because I don't actually know. But yeah, you'll get a lot of Ethereum crystals. Let's put it that way. You'll be kitted.
That's just great. I think the Ethereum crystal mechanic works really well, and I really like that you use those. And honestly, I think they're better than freaking Nebulian plasma. Like just
Oh
working.
yeah.
You're working towards an Abulian plasma. You feel like you got nothing, but these actually, you use these for all of the upgrades, and then the rewards feel great. Like, and they help you get to further rounds for a longer duration, and that's kind of the stuff you're looking for, especially for the high rounds up there. What is it like? I think someone has already got like 200 in the Machina.
Yep.
I'm sorry,
I saw
what?
that video.
Like, my man.
If anything, you have too many. Like I'm sitting on 26 currently. I'm on 35. I've got nothing unlocked. I've got 26. By the time I unlock the next thing, which I think is 39, I'll get another 10 or so.
Yeah, but I've just prestiged. Yeah, I know. I've been playing it a lot. So I've just prestiged,
Okay, show off.
and I've pretty much
Yeah, Pete.
filled the whole thing. So I'm pretty sure after that, there's like nothing to work towards. But do you know what I mean? Like, I wish it was a little bit longer now than just the first prestige that you.
I think it's because I'm being tactical. Like I'm like the weapon trees or the weapon upgrades. I've only done shotguns, and I'm saving it for melee.
Yeah,
and
no, that is smart.
they're the only two I will probably do until everything else is max. Because
That is
if
the
I'm
same
not
as I
using
did.
a sniper or a submachine gun or a pistol, then I'm wasting my Ethereum crystals.
Yeah, and I just gotta go off of what Wallhat has said in chat. The crystal system just works fair. It's nothing like a scam, and it's rewarding. I completely agree with that. It doesn't feel like a scam at all, and it is literally rewarding because of the upgrades that you're working towards with them. Like tier 3 everything. It's like by that point, your perks, field upgrades, alternate ammo types, and there's another one I'm trying to think of. What's the
You got
fourth?
perks, weapons.
Weapons.
Mine, the special abilities.
Yeah, they're field upgrades. Yep.
Field upgrades. Only 3.
No,
What's it? Skills.
No, because then you have the alternate ammo types as well.
Hold on, I got the game up now. I can tell you. You
Yeah,
got
there's
weapon
4.
classes, field upgrades, perks, and ammo mods.
Yeah, ammo mods. Those are the alternate ammo types. Yeah, so there's 4.
Yeah.
And yeah, it works well. It just works really well. It does, again, as Wall has said, it doesn't feel like it's a scam. It feels like they are great rewards. And rewards was something that was really lacking in Black Ops 4. And
yeah,
it feels like they've gone all out with this game in terms of rewarding the player for getting to high rounds, rewarding the player for exfilling, rewarding for the player for completing challenges. It just works so well. They've done such a good job of it. Okay, now let's get into the main likes of the experience overall. Okay,
2 minutes for me, by the way. Just gotta get my pizza.
that's fine. So we'll go with we're gonna take a look into all of the overall likes of the Black Ops Cold War experience. Okay, Kyle, we'll start with you.
So just overall thoughts on just
Just
zombies.
Just your overall kind of what you like most about this experience.
Okay. Ooh, I guess just like I said, like the many ways to play. So there, I mean, it just feels like you just have so much more to work for. Like I said, I thought the looting system was pretty cool because, like I said, you're killing zombies, but you're getting XP along with also getting like armor or whatever whatever you need. Like build your armor and stuff. And then just like I said, I really like the Dark Ether. I thought that was like just a really cool like effect, like mode. But it also like does play along with the map, so you do have to actually use it. It's not just there for aesthetic. And I really like. I mean, I think the graphics are great, man. I'm playing on a Xbox One X, and I have yet to get it or download it on PC because my PC's down at the moment. But so I'd like to see it on there too. But it looks great. I mean, it looks awesome. So I mean, and like I said, the map plays great. I don't have really a problem with the map. Had a good time.
Okay.
Overall, I'd say it's solid. It's really solid.
Now, Spike, I know you haven't played the game yet, but just from what you've seen, what's your overall likes on the experience?
From an outside standpoint, it seems really solid, like really simple for easy, super simple and easy for like new players to jump into and get a good grasp on what zombies is like in this game, and it gives like multiplayer people to have a better chance in zombies since cross progression
Yes.
with
I'm
modes
back, by
is
the way.
really helpful for them and helpful for zombie
Yeah.
players too if they want to try out multiplayer as well. Which, in my opinion, from the beta, the multiplayer is really fun and really arcadey, which is what COD has always should have been at least.
Okay.
But
Pete,
overall, it seems really good.
Pete, what about you?
Okay. So for me, I wish I had a list so I could just say this really precisely. There's a lot of things I like. One of the more intricate things I like is when you go to the Dark Ether, and you know those crystals that you can smash and you get those little drops like ammo and stuff like that. And
Yes.
they are
Yeah.
really good to say you're on a high round and you don't have enough money or something to buy the ammo because you cashed out last round on getting an upgrade. You can go to the Dark Ether and just smash those crystals, and before you know it, you got full ammo, full armor, just for free and just for traveling. That's a really nice little feature. Every time we go to the Dark Ether when we're playing Easter egg runs, I'm like, right, everyone go smash your crystals, see if you can get a self-revive kit or something. And I've seen people get the DIE, the die machine, from those crystals. It has
I
happened
saw
as a
that.
thing.
That's
I
insane.
retweeted it. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
So yeah, that's a really niche thing that I like. But obviously, overall, the main things I like is being able to play with people on PC and PlayStation. That's obviously one of the biggest features. What else do I like? I do like the perk system. People have been saying paying more and more is too much, but I don't mind it. When you have all your perks upgraded to level 3 with your crystals and your Ethereum crystals, it doesn't feel like you're getting ripped off for buying. I don't know what everyone's least favorite perk is, but let's say Elemental Pop is 5k when you buy it at the end.
Yeah.
When you've got the tier 3 upgrade on it, it feels like it's worth it still, that 5k. So yeah, I pretty much like everything about this game. There's not too much that I dislike. So yeah, it's really good. Solid.
Okay. That sounds awesome. James, what about you?
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun with it, and something we talked about before was rewards, and I just feel like my concern was after day 1, I was kind of bummed, all right, the Easter egg hunt's already over. That's usually a huge part of the Zombies experience. It's usually a really fun time for the community, everyone working together, and I think Noah J's squad on their first game playing together completed the Easter egg. So that definitely, I was like, all right, where do we go from here? But the last 2 days I've been playing this game all day long. There's so much to work for from the camos in both multiplayer and zombies. It's a fun, replayable experience I really enjoy. And there's just a lot to grind for, which I really like. It seems like even if there's not an Easter egg live or, it's already been solved, pretty easy to do if you want to do it again, or there's just a million other things you can go and do. I played a little bit of multiplayer last night and I ran around with a knife for an hour and was able to actually keep up with people, which is just a fun, different way to play the game. So there's just a lot you can do, a lot to do in general. And I've had a really good time with it so far.
Awesome. Okay. Dan, what about you?
Ooh, where do I start? I like I like, as I mentioned before, I like the mechanics. How from playing Warzone for so long and having that been implemented into zombies is fantastic. I'm enjoying it much more. I love that you have to put maximum effort for maximum game, as we mentioned previously. To get to around 30 or 35, you've got to put the points in. You've got to spend money. You've got to be tactical with everything that you do. Um, I can't list everything. There's so much. I love the perks. Perks are back. I love the perk of the way you gotta buy the perks. I like that you can pick any perk that you want, and obviously it goes up in price. It's making you, rather than having to save 2.5 for this, 3.5 for that, you know if you need this perk now, like my first perk I always buy is stamina. It's 2.5k done. I like the weapons. I feel the weapons are balanced now. Now the ray gun's been dropped. I like you can upgrade the weapons. I like the pack-a-punch system. Ammo mods, I'm not a big fan of them, and that's only because I don't see them go off that often. It could be the one I'm using, the firebomb, and Deadwire could be different. They're not. I don't see them as being as good as BO3 ammo mods. That's a personal opinion. Again, probably because I'm not using them as efficiently. Yeah, there's so much I like about this game. I'm enjoying it so much.
Because you took a break when Black Ops 4 came out. You said after Dead of the Night you took a break from Zombies because you didn't like it.
Oh yeah, like
so we can safely say that this game has brought you back to Zombies.
This game has brought me back to Zombies and more. I will happily sit here at whatever time of day it is and just grind. Whereas I've never prestiged in any Zombies game ever. I will come in, I will do the Easter eggs. Once I'm done on the Easter eggs, I feel like there's nothing more for me to do. I'll sign off. That's me done. Black Ops 4, I gave up after the first 4, and then we had then Dead of the Night came out, and I think the first day I just thought, no, I can't cope with this. I can't do this no more. This frustrated me. It wasn't what I didn't enjoy it, and that was it. Yeah, I took a massive break. Went to Blackout. Obviously, that's moved me on to Warzone. Warzone, was fantastic. The system, in Modern Warfare was great, and then to hear now that we're getting the same systems in Cold War, the same systems in multiplayer in Zombies, the Battle Pass in Zombies, free DLC in Zombies. It's just, I think this is a solid year for Zombies, and the Easter egg. Yes, it's straightforward. I like it because it tells you what to do. You have to use some thinking, but it tells you what to do. And it's great for new players. It's great for speedrunners. It's great for people who want to come in, do half of the Easter egg, get the pack-a-punch, when the weapon's done, and then do high level. It gives you everything that everybody wanted. You hear the YouTubers complaining, they want this, they want that, they want this. Treyarch has a list on their wall, and they have ticked every single box, in my opinion.
Yep.
I can't say any more than that. It's
I
fantastic.
agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I have to agree.
It's like it definitely. This is a game that caters for every single type of player in the Zombies community, from new to casual to speedrunning to Easter egg to high rounds. This game caters for every single player, and we haven't had that yet. Also, I just want to quickly expand on what you were saying about the Pack-a-Punch. The Pack-a-Punch system was something to not change at all. Like, putting the AATs aside, you would simply Pack-a-Punch a gun and then that would be it. And that would be from World of War to Black Ops 3. Black Ops 4 changed it slightly, where you had to literally get to Pack-a-Punch it 5 total times in order to get the maximum damage, which was a stupid idea. Don't ever do that again, okay? But the way they've done this Pack-a-Punch system, I love it. I absolutely love it. Like, it looks really cool as well. I love the way that it looks. But you have 3 tiers of Pack-a-Punch. And then you can also choose which AAT type you want to put on your gun. Like, they finally upgraded the Pack-a-Punch machine from what it was from World of War to even Black Ops 4. Like, they've changed it, but they've changed it so much better, and they've made it so much better. And I'm so thankful for that.
Yeah. Can I add another thing about the AATs?
Go ahead.
Or are you not done? Are you not done? You can carry on if you are not done.
Well, say what you're gonna say, and then I'm gonna get into my likes.
So with the AATs, you said about Black Ops 3, they were really good. Yeah, they were broken in Black Ops 3. Like, they just insta killed everything. Even turns would the zombie would kill straight away, and it would just like mow through a whole horde of zombies in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So what they've done in this game is they've made it so you have to upgrade brain rot for it to be able to do enough damage to kill a zombie, or for it to last as long. And then for like the what's the electric one called again? Deadwire. So for Deadwire in Black Ops 3, it just insta-killed, and it came back every like 15 to 10 seconds, something like that. It was really quick, just insta-killed. Made every gun feel the same.
Yeah.
Whereas in this, it's still kind of like overpowered and broken, but you've got to use it more skillfully. So in this game, you shoot it, it affects one zombie, and the zombie will have like, it will stand still and be all electrified. Now, if you take your horde next to this zombie that's like electrified, it will deal like area of effect damage to the horde. So basically it won't kill straight away, but if you can run that train past it like once or twice, you'll start getting the kills for the... So it's more like skill based, and I like that. Because I didn't like Pack-a-Punching in Black Ops 3, or Black Ops 4 really. Like I didn't like second Pack-a-Punching just to get my AAT, but now I even think they might add extra damage onto your guns. Because I have, like, you know, the damage numbers that come up.
Yeah.
I have the damage numbers, and I'm pretty sure when I'm shooting the bosses with the Deadwire, it comes up with its own, like, little 200 and stuff. With, like, an electric bolt next to it.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. I think they do add extra damage as well to your gun.
Oh!
So.
Yes, you are right. Yes, you are 100% right, because like the amount of bosses I killed on that last game with using Deadwire on the shotgun, yeah, you are 100% correct, because I saw the little lightning bolt, and yeah. I think Deadwire does do more damage. I think if your gun didn't have Deadwire and you were just killing them with like a tier 3 Pack-a-Punch shotgun, I think it wouldn't do as much damage as what it would do with Deadwire. But that I could be wrong, but that's something.
Yeah, so could I. Yeah. Because I was playing quite a lot, and I was like, I keep seeing these little electric signs next to the numbers that I'm doing, so I was assuming that Deadwire was maybe adding like that little bit of extra damage in my actual shots, not even when the effect was going off.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I really like the AATs in this game, and the Pack-a-Punch system.
Okay. Now to get into my likes. Okay. The first one is the shrapnel system. Okay, you collecting shrapnel from zombies to build your lethals, tacticals, and support slots, and then also to make armor and to upgrade your gun tiers. I think that is wonderful. Armor system is by far one of the biggest pogs of the game. I think they handled that really well and much better than World War II, just like James said. They really did. The Dark Ether, I absolutely love that. I think that is the most beautiful looking set piece in Zombies history. It's nice to look up in the sky and see beautiful red jellyfish and not squid-like beings that want to eat you up for breakfast. That's very nice. What else? Upgradable perks, fantastic choice. I really like that, something to work towards. Layout, very user friendly, really like that. The die machine, my god, want to talk about Chungus gun? That's the die machine, really like it. There was something else as well. Oh yes, the way it caters towards new players. So my friend who had never played this map before, I showed her towards the power. We flicked the power on, and then I was saying to her, right, okay, you got to work out what we got to do next, okay? She got the Pack-a-Punch made by herself. I didn't show her one single thing. She followed the guidelines. We went to the Dark Ether. She then went through the Ether Tunnel, got the part, and built the Pack-a-Punch on her own on her first game, okay? The way that caters towards new players, amazing, okay? And Treyarch, please include that in future DLCs for this game, because that would be incredible. And I want to talk to you guys as well about weapon rarities, because this is actually something we didn't cover. Weapon rarities. At first, I was a bit umming and ahhing about it. Wasn't sure kind of how I would feel about it. But I actually think it's a solid idea because on those high rounds, whenever I'm hitting the mystery box, I'm getting more greens and purples than I am like blues and oh god, I forget what each color is now. Is green common?
I think it's gray, green, blue, purple, and then
Gray, green, blue, purple. Okay. So yeah, on the higher rounds, I'm getting more
from
blue and
bottom to
purple
top.
ones, and on the lower rounds, you're getting more gray and green ones. Okay. That's how the mystery box should have worked. You have a chance to get better weapons on the high rounds, and I think that is worked towards so well. And again, I was unsure of it at first, but now I really like it. Like, what are you guys' thoughts about the weapon rarities?
I love them.
You love them,
And
okay.
I think again, you've got your black you've got your zombies system in place. You've got your pack-a-punch, you've got your perks. I sometimes feel like it's more important for me to get a purple or a gold weapon than it is for me to pack-a-punch my weapon.
Yeah.
The weapon rarities are, as I've said before, it's maximum effort for maximum gain. And if you farm to turn your, let's say your starting pistols, for example, if you wait to get a gold tier starting pistol, and the only person that can answer this for me probably is Pete. I can imagine that those pistols are absolutely ridiculously overpowered.
It's funny you should say that because I was using the AK. Is it 47 that you get like the extra?
Yeah.
The extra attachments on at the start of the game. So I think I was using that. So I spawned in with that on my first game, and I got to like round 30 on, I don't know, my second or third game or something like that. And I hit the box, and I got the gold 1911s akimbo out the box. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I wonder what they're like pack-a-punched, obviously. So I went and pack-a-punched them, and they were destroying. And I was like, oh, right, well, this is something that I need to get now. I wonder, like, when I load out of this game, I am getting these 1911s akimbo. So that's where we are now. Yeah, they're amazing.
Okay.
So I just do that every game. I don't really buy anything else. I melee till round 10 because I have the melee level 3, so I get the Bowie knife, like when you spawn in. So I spawn in with the pistols and the Bowie knife. Knife till round 10 because that's when it stops being effective. And then by that time, I've already got my pistols upgraded and they're ready to go. And,
I think the one thing I would like to see to make things, make getting a legendary tier gun easier is I would like to trade my points, my hard-earned points, for salvage.
Ooh.
I would like to buy salvage.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a very good idea, sir. I like that a lot. Very good. Yes. It's actually a really good idea. I like that. Okay. Before we get into topic time, couple more things I want to talk about. Okay, and so we'll quickly go through dislikes of. Now, I've got a feeling these lists are going to be very short, but I want to hear them anyway. So, Spike, let's start with you, man. What are your dislikes of it?
I don't really have anything I dislike, at least from what I've seen.
Okay. Okay, very short list. Carl, what about you?
I know, like right off the top of my head, I can't, like, I don't really think there is anything I dislike. I mean, to be fair, like, yeah, I may have not grinded it as much yet and gotten too deep into the nitty gritty of the gameplay so far, but I don't really have any nitpicks that I can tell. So I think I'm pretty good.
All right. James, what about you?
I would say the two things that I've encountered so far is one's kind of like I like it and I dislike it, and that's how easy and how guided the Easter egg felt in terms of like the dialogue. Pretty much showing you what to do. I talked about this in the beginning. I don't want to see every egg solved, and the only thing that keeps it from being solved is the fact that it's literally time gated by Treyarch. I want to see it take a little bit longer, be a little bit more like those BO3 and BO4 where it's like you're kind of doing these random things, but in the end it all makes sense. And once you've done it a couple times, you don't even think about it twice.
Yep. Okay.
That I'd like to see be a little more difficult or just a little more almost random in the future where it takes us just longer, because I feel like a lot of the hype for a map comes around its Easter egg, and if it's done in 2 hours, then the map is done in 2 hours, and that's that. The only other thing I feel like is leveling up stuff, I feel like is so much slower in zombies than multiplayer. And maybe that's a good thing because it is kind of a cross progression system. But I used a knife and I was killing hundreds, maybe thousands of zombies yesterday with a knife, and got to like level 7, 8. Like it wasn't really that great. And then I played an hour and a half of multiplayer with it and got it to level 20 something. So it was a lot easier to level up in multiplayer. And like I said, maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing. But it just felt like for someone who's trying to grind a lot of the camos, you need to get the highest weapon tier to get all of the camos even unlocked.
Yeah.
So it's like I played a 2-hour zombies game using the knife, and I leveled it up 4 or 5 times. Like that's not what I want to do. I want to be grinding for the camo challenges, not grinding just to get the weapon leveled up to then do the camo challenges on top of that.
I was talking to Sam yesterday about that actually, and like he said, like the best way to do it is just level up the guns and multiplayer, and then do the camo challenges in zombies where you have like all the attachments and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the problem with that is in zombies, the AI, you're just attacking things that are running at you. Multiplayer is a different story when you have sweats on the other end who, you're trying to hit them with a knife and they RPGing you. It's not fun.
Okay.
It makes sense why they like nerfed like the whole like as James said, like it took him forever to level up a knife in zombies, but it was super quick in MP. It makes sense since you can technically go forever and unlock basically everything in one game.
Yeah.
Hypothetically. But it makes sense to why they scaled all that down.
Yeah, no, I can see that. It definitely does make sense in a sense. But I can also see why James would have an issue with it. It takes like forever to level up something. Mind you, like it's it might take a while for a specific reason, but it'd be nice to make it just a little bit quicker.
Yeah, if you feel like you're getting attacked because you're a zombies player as opposed to a multiplayer, I can't speak for everyone else, but I know full well when Cold War gets integrated with Warzone, every gun I have will be unlocked rank 55 day 1 because I'm that type of player on Warzone who will grind levels using stuff like that. Multiplayer, I'm not a big fan of multiplayer. Zombies, I'm really enjoying it. But I can see the grind is going to take some time to get to. And what I don't like is that, I've just noticed now, like I've used a shotgun to level 36. I've only just unlocked it. It's level 1. I would like to see the weapons level up in the background if they're locked or not.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Dan, do you have any dislikes about the experience?
To be fair, I the whole experience of zombies, no, not particularly. The Easter egg, yes, it is a bit short. I understand that it is, made for new people to jump in and everything is explained. There is a little bit of figuring stuff out here and there. I really don't like the intel side of things. Only because to understand the story, you've got to go into a menu and click intel and read through it all, which great. I get it. It's their way of doing things. However, I think the way they could do this or fix it in the future, if Easter eggs are going to be like this from now on, let's have an easy Easter egg and then more difficult Easter egg. Let's do a part 1 and a part 2.
Yes.
Like how the Final Reich did it.
Yeah.
Casual and a hardcore.
Yeah. Have a casual Easter egg. We extract. We go. Let's do something. Let's get to a certain point, and let's say it's all of. Let's stop it at all of, and then get to a more difficult part of the Easter egg where, I don't know, at the very end he turns into some giant, massive Movok Mark 5 monster creature, like whatever, and then we have to attack him, and I would like to see that, and it becomes more difficult. I would love to see a hardcore and an easy. Spike's got on hit the nail on the head. That would make the whole experience a lot better for me.
Okay. Pete, do you have any dislikes?
Yeah, we might as well start with the Easter egg again. So with the Easter egg, I feel like it was it felt like a custom Easter egg, like a custom map Easter egg, where they tell you what you're supposed to do. So like in well-made custom maps, they kind of tell you, or there's some like nice audio around to listen to, and it will tell you where to go, and they're awesome. Don't get me wrong, I love doing custom Easter eggs, but like with Treyarch, normally they're really, here's a bone that you've got to shoot, and then there's 6 of them around the map all hidden. That's what they normally go for. It's very weird for them to do this Easter egg and it be based on story. Like most of the Easter eggs finding like wisps around the map are listening to the wisps, and the other half of it is building the wonder weapon, which is another thing I don't like, because I like playing with multiple people, and with this Easter egg, it feels like one person needs to do half of the things.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of annoying. Like the person who has the dye machine has to upgrade it, and there are like little things you can do to make it quicker with like more people. But some of the challenges you have to do one person, and you kind of just stood around doing nothing, the other 3 players. My second thing that I don't like, which I've already mentioned, is the fact that the boss it has like its tells for its moves, and it's like kind of like a Borderlands boss. Like it does like a little animation before it does its attacks. Apart from the melee attack, that just like comes out of nowhere, and he just swings and downs you. So I would like that to be slightly like less quick, I guess, because I have downed a couple times where I'm like, that's really annoying. But and my last one is one that I'm now experiencing, which I could be wrong about. But I've prestiged, and every level I do is taking like till I'm like round 20, and I get to like level 2, level 3, like the next game. So I think there's a glitch going on at the moment. Either that, or I'm not actually sure. I think there's just a glitch going on at the moment. Because my after action report was like, you're level 8, and I was like, awesome. Came off of it, and it was like, you're level 2. And I was like, oh, very weird. Went into another game, came out, and exactly the same thing. And it said I'm level 3 now, and I'm like, okay.
That is very strange. Does sound like a glitch, though.
Yeah. Someone did message me saying that it was a glitch that's apparently happening at the moment. That's really sad, considering it's double XP right now, and I'm probably going to be, so. I think what's happening is I have to get the full level 55 XP every single time I level up. But some people are having it where obviously they reset and they only need a little bit of XP to go up loads of levels. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's the only negatives I've had so far.
I think quickly, just to add on to my Easter egg issue.
Yep.
The one thing that I've noticed, and correct me if I'm wrong, everything you need is glowing yellow. If everything wasn't glowing yellow, this Easter egg would be much more difficult. I think that's a personal opinion. Like I would like them to turn the HUD off for the things that are glowing yellow.
Yeah, so like the aethoscope and the book.
Oh yeah.
The book are glowing as well. Like when you have to give the ghost his book.
I mean, yeah, there's only 4 things you have to find, but the fact that they're glowing yellow doesn't make it difficult to find. And also, the orb spawns near what you need to do.
Okay. Right. Now, I have 2 dislikes. Just 2. And again, the first one, it's like, I think it's something that I might like kind of further down the line, but I need to do more experimenting to properly see how I feel about it. And it is the bosses. I do have an issue with the bosses. I think the multiple attacks on both sets of bosses is a little too much. I think if they removed the pounce attack from the hounds, they would be much better. And the big guy, I don't know, he annoys me, but he annoys me in the same way that the pounds are sold at annoys me. And I think over time I will gradually get used to him, but I need to do more experimenting to find out. And the second thing is I do have an issue with the point system. I do think that it takes and also with how much the Pack-a-Punch costs, you're talking 50,000 points to get a tier 3 Pack-a-Punch. And
that was a bit too much.
You earn 115 points for a headshot on the knife and 90 points for a body shot. I don't know, people didn't like the point system in Black Ops 4, and this one, it feels even more nerfed. I think they could change it slightly to make it a bit more applicable to allow people to buy stuff easier, but
I think 150 for a headshot and 100 for a normal kill would even that small change.
Yeah,
would,
I think
just
I'd be alright with
benefit.
that. Yeah, that would give people just a little bit more to kind of have to work towards buying perks and getting Pack-a-Punch and stuff like that. It just feels like on the higher rounds you're not earning a lot of money to get more damage for your weapons. But those are really only my two criticisms about it. Okay. Now, before we get into topic time, does anyone have anything specific they want to talk about? If you do, lay it on the table.
You did say you wanted to talk about the whole Dalek thing.
Oh.
Did you choose not to?
Because he made the video apologizing, I think I'm gonna believe it. It's okay, yeah, what he did, shouldn't have done it. But he apologized to him privately, he apologized to him on Twitter, and then he made the video apologizing to him, and then he donated the funds to charity. So the funds from the ad revenue to charity. I think I just hope he learns from his mistakes. That's really all I'm going to say on the matter. I just hope that he learns from his mistakes and he never does it again. Even Milo was disappointed with him. So, but and Milo's known John for a long time. So for him to be disappointed, that's a step.
And I will say, John did the right thing.
Oh,
he did the right
100%.
thing for the apology.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely did the right thing with donating the ad revenue to charity as well. That was a really and oh my god, what's the guy's name? Something gaming
something gaming. I can't remember.
Oh my god, why can't I remember it?
Hang on.
Suggestive gaming.
Yeah, that's correct. I knew it was
Suggestive, yeah.
And Suggestive Gaming, he 100% accepted the apology, and he was very grateful to Dalek for donating the ad revenue. And so, as far as I can see it, the matter is closed, and hopefully Dalek learns from his mistakes. Yeah. That's basically all I can say on that matter. Okay. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Related to zombies at least.
Okay, Pete,
Nothing. Just hope that there's more side Easter eggs found.
Are we excited for the battle pass?
Yes.
Yeah, because I want to know what I can spend my prestige key on.
Wait, you got a prestige key?
Yeah, you get a prestige key, and I was looking in the menus for about 15 minutes. Like,
Pete,
where
I think the
feels
prestige key is used for when you got to prestige master, you can change your prestige icon.
Yeah.
You can buy prestige icons now with the prestige tokens.
Oh well, it said so I was searching for 15 minutes trying to find where to spend it, and then it said coming with season 1. I can buy stuff with prestige keys or something when season 1
It might
comes.
be special stuff in the store. You have your own specific. If it's anything like Warzone, you have your own specific store you can buy stuff with.
I just really hope
key.
my game's not broken, man. Or really slow XP during double XP. Oh, I'm so worried about that.
I'll let you know when I start grinding tomorrow.
Oh, shut up.
Okay. Let's get into topic time because we actually have a lot. We have a lot. So, my man Pete was asking. Well, actually, we already covered this. Favorite gun. We already talked
Yeah,
about.
we did cover favorite gun.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's highest round. Okay, let's talk about that real quick. So,
Start with Spike.
that's so mean. Mine's 31, but I would like to get to 50, but it's 31 at the moment. James, what's yours?
Somewhere in the 30s, like 34, 35. It's not much higher than that.
Okay,
Literally the same as me.
who's you, Dan?
I was going for the.
Go on.
Mine's like 22, but only because every time I start playing the game and start farming to get the wonder weapon, I somehow end up finishing the Easter egg.
Dang.
It's a force of habit.
Dear Lord. This is gonna be an drag.
Right.
It's like 22 or something like that. Something stupidly low.
Okay, Carl.
Our
what's
rounds
yours?
seem really easy for this game.
They are. Yeah. Carl, what's yours?
Pete, what did you, me, and Turtles get to?
I'm not sure. Was that when we were doing Easter egg?
Yeah, I believe that's the highest I've gotten to because I
Yeah, it was
haven't
probably
played
around
enough.
20 something. 20 something.
Yeah, so yeah, it was like mid-20s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just quickly, is
yeah, maybe
anyone here?
a little low.
Is anyone here on PlayStation? No.
Nope.
I could.
Absolutely no one's played
Okay, so
Onslaught.
to
You
answer
mean
Ja-
like-
Jaspak's question in chat, has anyone played Onslaught? No, because we're all Xbox and PC, and we don't get it until November 2021. So there you
From
go.
what I've heard from
mean-
the likes of Noah J, it is the most trash mode he has ever played
Oof.
any Call of Duty game
Right,
ever.
standing ovation. Woo! Let's go! Trash mode. Let's get
Can
it.
we get some
Wait,
poggers
Yes,
in chat?
lads.
Oh, you guys are toxic.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's too.
I mean, I figure you probably missed that much from just yeah. But
Also, I
Yeah,
I
like,
did
if-
see someone else tweet about it, and they said that every time they get to a certain point, it freaking crashes. And I'm just like,
That'd be
yes,
fucking
yes,
funny.
come on, keep making it trash,
Yeah.
boys. Let's go. Oh, that's so funny.
Dude, I've said it before and I'll say it again. That shit seems so half-assed just so Sony can have an exclusive for their fucking contract.
Mhm.
Yeah. Partly, I wanted it to succeed, so that's what they keep doing for the exclusive. But you know, if it's failing as bad as it is, I'm concerned about the next iteration of Call of Duty and what PlayStation will get first if
Well,
PlayStation get the contract.
Yeah, but I'm not worried about Onslaught at all. I don't give two shits, man. Okay.
Has anyone done any Dark Ops challenges? That was like one thing I maybe wanted to ask. If anyone's completed any. No.
I know
no,
Sam
no.
has.
not yet.
I've done 2 or 3, not all of them.
Okay, no worries.
It's not my go-to
Oh.
thing right now.
Okay. Because I spent so long trying to do the Dark Ops challenge yesterday. That's how I got my like round 34, 35. Was from doing the mystery box challenge. So you have to get every single gun out of the mystery box, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I know it wasn't awful, but it was pretty bad. It was pretty hard to do.
And I looked like every single gun from the mystery box. Jesus Christ.
I was writing them down on my phone, so I had so I knew which ones I had left to get. Honestly, it was. By the time I got to the last 2, one of them was one of the snipers and one of the SMGs, like the KSP. I don't know what it was called, but once it came up, I got the achievement pop up on my no, not the achievement. The little calling card popped up before I saw the gun, and I was like, "Oh my god! Thank God that I finally got that final gun." I was starting to lose it.
Oh, I know that feeling when trying to do a pack-a-punch challenge.
Yeah.
It's basically kind of the same thing. Okay, Lewis asks. Oh, okay, we got a bit of a brain teaser. If you were walking in the woods and you came across a suitcase with $1 million in it and a note written in blood that said "Don't," Would you take the suitcase?
First question: what's the exchange rate at the moment?
No idea.
Asking the important questions. I see.
No. For me,
Honestly,
I would
no.
not take it.
I
That would
wouldn't
be
take it
too
either.
much for me.
What about the rest of you?
Don't what? Don't
It
don't
just says
It
don't.
just says don't.
It
Yeah,
just says
don't
don't.
what?
It
Yeah, what
just
would-
says don't.
don't pick it up. Don't spend it all.
Well, basically, just don't take the suitcase.
Don't die carrying it home.
Just don't take the suitcase. Is basically what it's saying.
Don't hurt yourself carrying this fucking
It
big
needs-
suitcase with all this money. Don't hurt
Don't
yourself.
count it. There's definitely $1 million there.
There's totally a lot in there. Don't worry.
Is it daytime, nighttime? Where's the forest? Is it in Wales?
It's the
Where are
frozen
the fucking
forest.
Coordinates. Where are the coordinates?
To be fair, I'm you know, I wouldn't. No, not just based on the fact that it's not my money.
Okay,
Not that the
alright,
fact that
being a
there's
good
blood on the
citizen, what about the
sign.
rest of you?
Definitely not that. Have Samantha Maxis as ghost form haunt me for the rest of my life.
Oh, we lose.
Oh,
I-
Mr. Kyle.
Oh no.
He might come back. Jake, would you take
Anyways,
the money?
going to the
I'll
millie.
say-
Oh wait, hold
I'll
on. Go
say-
ahead. Go ahead.
I'll say fuck it, dude. I'm taking it.
And it's chasing the bag.
You might get a good night out of it before you get haunted. So you never know,
Probably.
it might be worth it.
I don't know. I forget which one you guys just said it. Because it's not your money. Like, I think there's a satisfaction from, like, part of the like having that money. The satisfaction is in, like, achieving that yourself, not just being given it.
Well, yeah, but if you take the money and then end up dying the next day, you'll be like, okay, I shouldn't have taken the suitcase.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna take the
What
risk.
if? Wait. What if you take all the money out and you just take the suitcase?
Yeah, notice that you
What
have
if
to
the
take.
suitcase is the haunted part? You just
Yeah.
got screwed out of $1 million and that's it.
What if I
Okay,
take
right.
What if I take a stack? Is that good enough?
Lewis, you're getting outsmied on this fucking question, dude. Okay, like,
Yeah, like who?
Transfer it to Bitcoin. Does that count?
Yeah, Lewis, you need to
Oh,
be more
that's a
specific.
good one.
For tax purposes.
Maybe they're no stuff for us. Maybe it's for somebody else.
Okay.
Uh,
Right. Pyro asks, if you woke up and suddenly realized everything was the same in the world, but GIF was now pronounced GIF, what would you do? I would end myself.
I'd
Find the
fucking
nearest
strangle
bridge and throw myself off of it.
the... I'd strangle the shit out of someone.
Uh,
Yeah, that would
I'd throw
Whoa.
myself off a
Wait, out of someone of anger.
I mean, it doesn't affect me because I'm one of those people that have said GIF from the beginning of
No.
time.
Oh, he's getting
I'm
you.
coming for you, Dan.
Who are you? Who are you? I mean, honestly, I would drive my car over the bridge. That's what I would do. You know, I would go to Davy Jones's locker and I'd say, "Hey, mate, how's it going?"
I don't GIF a fuck.
Oh no. Oh no.
Anywho, okay. Right, now to get into some zombie stuff. What's your favorite camo so far? Emily asks.
Dark Ether.
I haven't unlocked
Yeah.
enough of them to make a
Multiplayer
decision.
diamond.
Diamond, okay.
Yeah, I have to say, you know, when I finally do unlock it, Dark Ether is popping right now.
It's
Wait, is
pretty
people?
pog.
I haven't. How do we see this camo? Do people unlock
can-
it?
you
already?
can
You just
look
go
at it
to
in the
mastery
menus.
cameras. Yeah, you just go to mastery
Oh
cameras.
really?
in
And you can actually
Zombies,
just
yeah.
look at them. Wow.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
yeah, I might be bad for this question. I have not looked at them.
Okay.
But out of what I've
Yeah.
unlocked so far, I guess I would say the gold camo. after
On top of
1911.
that, would people like to see reactive cameras come back from Blackout?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would definitely.
Yeah.
Red cameras are really good.
I'm glad we all agree on that one.
Actually, I don't know if it's when you upgrade the gun on the what do you call him? Andrew, the storage man. I don't know if it's when you upgrade guns there or if it's when you upgrade like Pack-a-Punch. But the metal parts of your guns, like they turn like oil. What's it called? Like
It's
oil spilt
Pack-a-Punch.
color. Is it the Pack-a-Punch?
It's Pack-a-Punch,
so
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
The oil spilt colors are actually beautiful. I really dig it.
It's like heated
So-
metal.
So yeah, I would say Pack a Punch.
I'm sorry, Jack, but are you calling the dummy guy the Ray Gun Project? Is Andrew turned
Wait, are you
into...
crying because I said that?
I'm just
And
like,
literally all I can
I
think of
made
is the
this-
Ray Gun
I made
Project.
this up, and everyone seems to be taking it on board. I'm just like, okay then, Andrew, it is.
All I can think of is Andrew the Ray Gun Project. That's all I can think of.
Man.
Uh,
I just called him. I don't know. It just and then I just honestly, I've just got a habit of naming shit. Like I called the Civil Protector in Shadows of Evil Carter. Okay, so I'm on that verge of just calling
Wow.
anything like, and then I just say, okay, I'm calling this guy Andrew just to simplify it. And then Pete says
I've
something
never
like
once,
Andrew the
I've never once
Arsenal,
gave
and
it a
I'm
name.
like,
I just call it the
you know what,
armor
that's perfect.
station.
It works. Oh god. Anyway. What are your thoughts on the play count and big bosses? We talked about that. Do you guys like the new Zombies map? Why and why not? We've basically covered that as well. Top asks, do you like the idea of the zombies dropping items like zombies in Spaceland? You know what? I do. I think it is a good idea. What about the rest of you?
I love it.
I like it.
I read that sentence. I was like, what the fuck is ZIS?
Zombies
Oh,
in Spaceland.
Yeah.
One of the
For
greatest maps ever
those of
made.
you that have done the boss fight, we know why it's so critical that happens. If we weren't picking up ammo and armor plates in that boss fight, it wouldn't be as easy as it is.
I feel like it's increased there as well. Like,
Oh, definitely. Like I feel the Wonder Weapon is never out of ammo.
Yeah.
I also like how the bosses give you more stuff than the zombies do. I mean,
yeah,
that
I think
works
that's
well.
why actually, because
Yeah.
all the bosses are dying and they're just constantly dropping ammo,
Yeah.
armor plates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's very
before
true.
you know it, it just ends up becoming like confetti. You know, it's a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit everywhere.
Yeah.
What is the worst thing that they did to zombies in this installment? The worst thing.
So like the worst change basically.
Oh my god! You know what? I'm gonna say the point system.
I was gonna go with that too. I don't really have many gripes with the point system either. Like, I like it, or I shouldn't say I like it. Like I don't mind it, but if I had to pick one thing that I think has changed for the worst, it's been the points.
Yeah, I'd say point system. What about the rest of you?
There's not enough wood skins.
Okay, not enough wood skins.
Not enough.
Oh my
Not enough people
God.
running around as woods.
Pete,
They
Kyle?
need to add an achievement called "You Can't Kill Me," and it's like completing the Easter egg with 4 people.
I'm
as
trying to think
woods.
of a different one. Trying to think of something
I know,
that's
because I was gonna agree with points too. I thought it was gonna. I kind of thought the way they were talking, it might even go to like back to BO3s. It seemed like it might, but
okay.
yeah.
I think I've got one at the moment.
Alright.
So normally we get told the story through like
Radios.
your radios and your cutscenes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're sort of doing it as a intel thing. Like you collect your intel off the floor and then you have to go into your main menu
Yeah,
and look
yeah,
at
the
it.
intel system. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be doing that personally, and I'm probably gonna watch someone like do a video of them going through everything. So for me, that's slightly less. I mean, I could do it myself, but I'm just lazy and not very, I'd rather have an audio version of it rather than me going in the main menu and looking at it all. But that's just me, I guess, because you got to find like 60 bits of intel, and you can get like
there's quite a lot.
20 from the boss zombies. Like they'll drop them, but like now I've run out of getting them. I don't get intel from them anymore, so I need to find like the last 20, and I need to like find a YouTube video, I guess, of how to find all the rest of them, so I can actually have the story. But yeah,
Okay.
Mm.
Dan, did you
For-
give
for-
one?
For me, it's stuff to do. I feel like once you've done once you've upgraded the Wonder Weapon, and so far, I mean, I get they're still searching for side Easter eggs. Again, I'm just throwing this out there because everyone said the point system. For me, it is stuff to do. I will not complain. I will love grinding each and every weapon, but I would like something other than the Easter egg, the main Easter egg. I would love something side to do, just while I'm chilling about doing something, just so I can have fun, essentially, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm
You know
sure
how
there will be more stuff found.
Yeah,
though.
it's like in DE how you're going around looking for a plunger or something like that. I'd like a side Easter egg like to that extent.
I'm sure there will be more stuff found. There's gotta be. So
Okay.
But and again, the Easter egg, that's like Pete said, that gripes me. I would like to see cutscenes.
Right. No, I have no idea how to answer this one, but Gabe's asking, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
I think that's a song.
Is it?
I don't know.
No,
It just sounds like a
that's-
song.
it's a quote.
It's
from...
the 89 joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 89
Yeah.
Joker.
It's a quote from the Joker.
Yep. Jack Nicholson's Joker.
But to answer his question, yes, I have.
No, but I did dance with zombies earlier.
I had no idea. I never even... Wait, what
Have
kind
you
of
ever
man
coughed
does that?
dance with zombies? Have
Obviously,
you never
Gabe
had? Have you really
knows
never heard that
Batman.
quote before? Anyone? Like,
I've never heard that
No.
quote.
Oh yeah, it's 89 Batman.
Mind you, it's
Yeah,
been a
yeah,
while
yeah,
since
I
I've
knew
seen
you knew it
Batman,
straight
so-
away.
But that's I kind of grew up. I was born in '89, so it's just how old I am.
Okay.
Oh, have you guys seen the jump scare?
Yes.
With the
Oh,
we talking about the one
yeah.
with the mystery box?
Yeah. The
Yeah,
mystery
the one
box.
that
Yes, I have seen
that
that.
Path found.
That was sick.
I don't ever want to come across that in real life, because honestly, my chair will be from here all the way over there. I will
Yeah.
be
How
able
do
to-
you
Yeah.
activate it, or is it a
You
random
just gotta
activation
stare
with
at the box while doing it. Well, if you stare at the box and don't move when you have the ray gun coming out, it happens.
Oh, okay. That's scary. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, because you're just not gonna think about it.
Why do I kind of want to experience it in real life now, just so I can? God, if it happens on the stream, the chat's gonna be laughing at me so hard.
Yep.
Oh, hang on. I just saw a tweet, and there's something interesting here. The tweet says, "Notice it said plain blackout trial version on my player detail card. Any idea what this is about?"
Who's to tweet that out?
I'll send it to Jack on Twitter.
Let me have a look at this thing.
Jack.
Yeah, like it's just the person's like player detail card, and it says Black Ops playing blackout trial version.
Hmm.
Playing Blackout Trial version on my player detail card. Any idea what this is about? Oh, that's.
Oh. Poor Conjurer. Conjurer went for the round 20, not getting hit, Dark Ops challenge. He completed it,
Whoa.
and he still didn't get the Dark Ops challenge.
What?
Oh.
So dumb.
That's ridiculous.
That's
God.
awful.
Unfortunate.
Oh, that's interesting though.
That's
I'm not
not-
sure. I think it might just be like leftover assets, but
Yeah, that's what one of the replies were saying.
yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that really,
Leftover
because
code.
living it really means like blackout from BO4.
It's interesting though.
Hmm.
Oh, have you guys noticed that the kaboom sound effect when you get a nuke is the same as the Avogadro singer from Alpha Omega?
Oh, I haven't noticed that.
Sam pointed out to me.
Sam is on the ball. He's on the ball. The guy.
Well, Alpha Omega is his favorite map.
That's true.
Oh,
Heavily
Sam.
disagree. That's just me. Alright, guys.
Yep.
That is going to wrap up this episode of the ZombSquad Podcast, talking about all things Black Ops Cold War. I really hope you all enjoyed this episode. Thank you for everyone for coming out. It's good to see some old and new faces in the chat, so I really thank you to all of you guys. Massive thank you to our returning guests, Pete, James, and Dan. Thank you all for coming on.
Thank you for the invite. That was awesome.
Yeah, thanks for being here, man. It's a great chat. Great to catch up with you guys.
Awesome. And thanks again to my co-host, Carla Spike. Thank you for managing to get here this week, regardless of technical issues. You guys are amazing.
And I upgraded mid show.
Yeah, you did. I was gonna say, I thought you sounded differently. Like there wasn't that
Yeah,
like horrible echoey sound. You sounded like clear and crisp, clear. I'm just like, wait a minute, what? Has my guy stolen a laptop from someone? What's happening? Like,
Well, I searched Discord on the Xbox store and like it came up with this like unofficial Discord client called Coral. I installed it. It was pretty quick too. It was like 100 megabytes, and here we are.
awesome. Hopefully,
Oh,
hopefully that will stick.
that's good.
Like
with you.
it's identical to like the desktop version, but like I don't think I can get to like the DMs on here.
Okay,
I think that's like the only thing that's missing.
that's something we can work out. But anyway, guys, thank you for coming by, and we'll see you next week for episode 38, where we're going to have Eric Maynard on to talk about Deriza Declassified, and we'll see what he thinks about Black Ops Cold War as well. So be sure to check that out. And if you want to see me play some zombies, my Twitch is linked down below, and I've got a stream going on after the podcast, so be sure to go check that out. Links to all these guys down in the description. Be sure to go check them out. And for now, guys,